December and January have not been that great for the Bitcoin price. Although we have made all-time high of more than $109,000 on the Bitcoin, we have actually seen alts bleed heavily against Bitcoin, and even the Bitcoin price couldn't sustain those high prices and have been accumulating around the $101,000 to $102,000 and sometime even going below that to even $90,000. But personally for me, I want Bitcoin to close below $93,500 the month of January 2025.
Excuse me.
Why is that? That's absolutely very significant. I'm going to reveal that in today's video, as well as there are a lot of similarities between 2017 and the current market cycle that people are telling. What are those similarities? We are going to explore that as well. And what are some of the key levels to focus on the Bitcoin price? We are going to take a closer look on that as well. So with that being said, let's jump on to today's video. Hello friends, my name is Soham and I welcome you to Crypto Bulls Club. If you're new to this channel, make sure you smash up the subscribe button and also follow us on our X channel, where we had actually tweeted yesterday that I actually want Bitcoin to go below $93,500. Why exactly is that is something I'm going to reveal in today's video. So guys, currently we are on the Bitcoin 1 month chart and Bitcoin is just around the price of $102,000 as we can see, and it's up about $1,000 in the past 1 day. Now on the monthly chart, what we can see is bearish inversing hammer candle, right? On the monthly time frame, mind you, we are not talking about daily or weekly here, we are talking precisely about the monthly. Now this is a bearish candle that we can see on the monthly that happened on December 2024, and this time we got a pump and we pumped to about $109,000 and made the all-time high. But why I want this particular candle or this particular month to close below 93,500 is critical to understand, because if we look at this candle of January 2025, January opened at around the $93,450, right? So ideally what I want is that Bitcoin should close this month in red, else it goes high and closes around the ranges of 110 or 115 plus. Looking at the market scenario, the global markets, the DeepSeek fear that was there. By the way, we made a video on DeepSeek. You can watch that video on our channel as well. So DeepSeek fear and other market scenarios, I don't think so we are going past $110,000, and we just have about a little over 2 days for that. However, we can come down and fall below 93,450. Why is that? Because if that happens, this particular month will also be a red month. Why is that significant? Let's pull out the RSI first, right? Let's see what the RSI is telling. On the RSI, guys, I don't have so much of great news. Now, people have not been covering this. I don't know why they are not covering this. But on the RSI, guys, this is really bad, especially this part, right? This is the most important part that I want to highlight. This is a typical double top pattern. Now, the reason why I want the Bitcoin price to come down and close below 93,500 is if we come below, we will not form this double top. Rather, we will continue forming this bull flag, right? So if we just ignore this part from December and January, we will be continuing to make a bull flag, which can ultimately break even higher, right? So mind you, on the monthly time frame, whenever the RSI of Bitcoin is close to 90, we see the market cycle top. On March 2021, it was around the 91. If you look further back, it was around 94, 90, and even in 2013, we can see it was around the range of 96. So around the 90 level is where the market actually tops out. Now, thing that we can see right here, it was that in March of 2024, when we had the local top, the RSI actually went to 76, and then we struggled and then we pulled down for another 4 to 5 months. That was the seasonality of the Bitcoin price. Now this is also very important, guys. The double top pattern and make a higher high. By the way, it was 75, so we have technically made a higher high on the RSI, but it is the form is that of a double top that we can see very clearly. So this is absolutely critical that I find over here. Also talking about the similarities, guys, right? If we go back to 2017 January, Bitcoin was just below the $1,000. Yes, crazy times, guys. Bitcoin was actually below $1,000. It made a high of about $1,150. Yes, about $1,150. But on the monthly, it actually closed around the flat line, right? It opened around 970 and it closed around that range. So that is what I am expecting this particular month to do as well, right? So that's another similarity. Prior to that, we can see that we had good runs leading into January 2017, and then the FOMC started cutting rates as well, and this time we are expecting to do something similar. But what happens if we actually do not get this close, do not get around the same range? Then it would be very, very difficult, my friends. Then I think that another local top could be in for the Bitcoin price. Yes, people are talking about it, people are calling Bitcoin to go to 150, 180, even some of the alts, but the charts are indicating otherwise. The charts are telling me that even if we close around 100k, that would also not do it. Another thing that I want to highlight here is the stochastic RSI, and I'm going to focus just on the monthly time frame here, guys. The simple reason being that the monthly time frames have been excellent when it comes to calling the tops or understanding the bottoms as well, right? So for example, when we see each market cycle top, we can see that we have made this kind of a double top, right? We can see here there's another top. So this thing keeps on happening, right? So now you can see the first top happened in January, February, March of 2024. Then we pulled back and we are in the form of making another top. Yes, we had crossed it, and when the blue line crosses the red line and it moves above this level of 70, right? So if we just zoom into it, you will be able to see if we are moving above this 70, and for this to top out, it approximately takes about 6 to 7 months. Let's not trust my word for it. Let's count it out, right? Let's take this particular chart back in 2020 or 2021. When we saw this thing going past the 70 mark, it was back in September of 2020. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green months in a row. So let me simply put a date range here. You'll be able to see the candles September 2022 about the March of 2021 where we had the top. So it was 6 bars here as well. And even if we go to the previous top of 2024, then also it repeated the same pattern. We can see right here it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars right from September 2023 onwards. So it is approximately 6 bars is what it takes, right? So even if we look earlier as well, we'll be able to see that for the top to occur from this, it actually takes about 6 months or so. Let us do this measurement again, right? You can see 6 to 8 bars approximately. Yeah, about 8 bars it took back in 2017, right? So 6 to 8 bars, 6 bars has been the norm here. When did we cross? We crossed in December. So according to this theory, the top for Bitcoin should be in within the next 6 to 8 months, right? We can see this fall down. That's possible, guys. Then again, if we rise just like how we did back in September of 2023, you can see this. We crossed up, we came down, then again we went up. If that happens, then again we will have an extended period of another 6 months, right? And I think that's a pretty much likelihood, and that's very likely to happen given that Bitcoin generally tops out in the Q4 of the post-halving year. So if that is to happen, I expect this to turn around, come down, settle a little bit, and then we start the up move from about April or May of 2025, and then we top out somewhere around November, December. That would be the ideal scenario. That is what everyone is predicting. But mind you, markets tend to surprise us, right? So whenever we predict something, market tends to outsmart us, it tends to outperform us, and it has the nature of surprising us. So take your trades very, very carefully. And Ethereum, my friends, are on the verge of a breakout, but that will again depend on how Bitcoin is performing, right? So we'll keep you up to date from all these updates that happens. Keep an eye on this monthly closure about 2 days from now, and then we'll see where it goes. So thank you so much for tuning into this video, friends. Take very good care of yourselves. Bye bye for now.